following program contains coarse language and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. In other words, y'all gonna hear some on this one.
You're listening to 106.9 Twat FM, streaming to you from Rat House Productions over at rathouse.net. That's RATTHAUS.net. And it's time for the world according to Fear and MDI.
And welcome to the world according to Fear and MDI. What up, Twat fam? It's Twat FM 106.9. Did we ever make it a thing?
I don't
the
think
bear.
So.
Welcome to the beaver.
The Twat bear.
Yeah. 106.9 Twat FM, the bear. You've got MDI and Fear in the morning.
Or whenever the fuck you choose to listen to us.
Yeah, it's
that's
a podcast.
The freedom of a podcast.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about no live bullshit. Just play whenever the fuck you want. Anywho, so we're streaming live out of the
Twat studio.
The underground Twat studio here. Mm-hmm. And it's a chilly November day. It's actually not as bad as it has been, but one of the things I wanted to touch upon was the snow apocalypse we just
we
went
had a
through.
Fucking wicked dumping of snow,
like crazy.
It went from green grass to holy fuck. We had a little, but it was weird because we got a flirtation of winter, if you will, second, third week of October. Mm-hmm. And then, but it was just a few inches. And then it melted away, which was wonderful. Mm-hmm. We had a good solid week, maybe even 2 of plus temperatures in October as well. Halloween was beautiful. It was plus 6 or 7.
Yeah, something like that.
So it was really nice. It was the beginning of the cold, the warm snap. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it'd be a warm snap. It was funny because anybody that follows us on TikTok, I did a little bit where it started to snow while I was showing off our Halloween decorations, and I was like, "You bitch, not till November."
Yeah, and then it fucking went away after that.
And then it went away. So I don't know.
It was really weird. So anyway, yeah, Halloween was gorgeous, and then we got to the 5th or 6th. I can't remember what day it was, but all of a sudden it was like, holy fucking snow globe!
Turned on the snow.
It was like we were in a never-ending snow globe, an everlasting snow globe.
Yeah. Well, it's
it was unreal, and it was wet, slushy, fucking heavy bitchin' snow. It was that fucking snow that we hate.
Yeah, it's the worst. But you won't probably get the reference to this, but anybody who's watched the Krampus movie, that's what it was like. It was like somebody turned on the snow, and there was just so much snow. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, we literally one day it was plus 3 and beautiful out, and the next day it was -6 fucking snow in buckets.
Yeah.
So much so that we literally just hunkered down for a whole day and a half or so. 2 days, really. You had to go to work the day it started snowing, right?
Yeah. Which
but the next day you were off, I think, or maybe after that. I can't remember.
I think I worked 2 days because
okay. Then you spent 2 days shoveling out.
Yeah,
because it was so much snow. You and Logic had you dug it all out, and then it snowed again, so then you had to dig it all out again. Yeah. I didn't mean it took you 2 days to dig out. I meant it was we had to do it twice.
Oh yeah.
Because the snow kept coming. But yeah, it was crazy. We got a good 3 fucking feet of snow.
Oh, it's just
maybe that's
incredible.
An exaggeration, but it was probably
no, it's definitely 3 feet in some areas.
Some areas,
maybe not now. Now that it's been it
got a little bit warmer again there.
Well, yeah, because we had about a week of -18, or no, more like -15.
Yeah, no, it wasn't quite that. It was -12.
We had a couple that dipped pretty hard, but for the most part,
it was -18
cold.
and stuff like that at night, not during the day though.
But we got one kind of snow, and then it sort of rained.
Yes.
And then that's when it
was
dumped
more
the snow. So we ended up like having ice under the snow.
Under the snow.
Always a fucking pain.
It was a pain.
And there's a bunch of listeners probably in like Texas and Cali that have no idea what I'm talking about.
And we envy you so.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I remember
if you only knew what it was like.
Ro would be like, oh, it's a little chilly. And I'm like,
I know,
I convert it over. I'm like, that's like 12 degrees. Like that's gorgeous. Like
he's like, we had to wear coats today. Screw you, Ro.
Yeah. but yeah, no, it's just funny. It's so fun. Like, I don't know what to say. Like we in Canada, this is just how we live, and like you're just kind of used to it, right?
Living.
Like,
yeah. Well, I would imagine they would have different things that we won't like understand,
like hurricanes and earthquakes and shit. I guess
there's got to be something with like all year round warm people, the weather that we don't understand.
Like the thing that
maybe
they hate.
Yeah, like there's got to be something they gotta cut their grass all year round. They have to do gardening all year round.
I guess.
We don't have that luxury or pain in the ass. I don't know how.
Yeah, I guess if you're into it, that's
like
cool.
You know what I mean. I'm just trying to think like literally. I'm just coming out with these right now because like yeah, like what are their things that we wouldn't really understand.
Yeah. So MTR, what's up? Like, let me know, Matt.
Yeah,
what do you hate?
They have to clean their pools all year round.
Oh, that's terrible.
You fucking dirty cunts.
Jeez.
Sorry, I'm trying to empathize with them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting, and I almost wish some of these folks could just come visit, like when we're having one of those
winter,
fucking,
yes.
like one of those dumps. And you're just like, it just keeps coming down. And so like every
just
couple
to blow
hours,
their fucking minds.
Yeah, every couple hours you have to go out and fucking shovel it, or it just ends up in a giant goddamn back-breaking mound.
Well, I know Logan got so upset with me the one day you were at work. I'm like, you need to go out and do the sidewalks, but it's still snowing. I'm like, I know, but they're getting so frigging it's getting so deep, and there's people trying to walk through it, and you know it doesn't matter if it's still snowing. You believe me, I would rather do it twice than have to do it once with it being so much.
Well, yeah, and like when it's
so
like when it's like the flaky
difficult
snow, it's no problem.
Yes.
You just smack it around. But when it's that fucking heavy wet shit, then yeah, like it's hard on the back. And like even the stuff we were doing, so we live in an older neighborhood, and we saw fucking old people out there doing their stuff.
People in their 70s.
So Logic went over and helped the one lady out.
Yeah.
And then
the next day or a couple days later, you went to help another older lady.
So we're just gonna call her T.
I can't believe she tried. She walks with a walker.
I know. And what is she, 80 something? Like
she's gotta be.
She's old as sin, and we fucking look out, and she's out there doing her goddamn driveway.
Well, this wasn't when we had the heavy, dirty snow.
Yeah,
this was just a couple days ago when we got a little bit of light, our normal-ish snow where it's just light and you can just push it aside and it's not a big deal. But yeah, she walks with a walker most of the time.
Yeah.
And she was out there trying to push a snow shovel around. And I was like, oh my God, get your fucking clothes on and go help her.
I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass because even when she takes out like the recycling and the garbage and stuff, if I'm out, I'll go do it. And she hates it because she has arthritis and she's supposed to keep moving.
She's supposed to get out and keep moving. It's like, yeah, I know, old lady, but you don't need to be doing these things.
Well,
go for a little walk. Yes. Try to take the fucking garbage cans up and down.
Yeah,
no,
they're heavy as shit.
They can be. Yeah.
Fuck. And we're gonna watch out one day, and she'll just go sliding down her fucking driveway.
Right? I know, right? Well, that's like, let's call him A, our neighbor next door.
Yeah.
He fucking goes around. I watched him. I didn't watch him, but I noticed him today. The garbage truck went down the opposite side of the street first. So he goes across the street, brings in their bin, and then goes and does T's bin, and then comes home. And then when our side of the street was done, he took in his, brought in ours, and then did the people beside us as well. He did ours too? He did ours too. And I wanted to stick my head out the window and say, you going to come in and do the girls' chores too? Because that's not fair, man. You're doing the boys' chores.
Jeez.
But then I just thought, leave it be. He'll probably be upset if I bug him about it. So
I think it's funny that our neighbors are T and A.
Oh.
didn't think of it until you said,
Well,
"Well, column A." I'm like, yeah,
that's
TNA. Oh,
his
perfect.
name starts with an
Yeah.
A.
No, I get it, but it's funny. So that shit,
Or they're
that just
A and
happened.
T. Come on.
That just happened.
That
folks.
just happened.
Yeah, that we weren't trying to do no titty and ass stuff, but
They're old people.
So we bought a really nice shovel this round, and it's been a goddamn godsend.
Well, we have such a long, a big night. Like, freaking.
Yeah, I wish we could afford a
Driveway.
snowblower because
I know,
it's
right?
so fucking big.
It's a really big
But
driveway.
me and Logic can totally do it with the shovels we have. But anyway, so I'm marching over to T with my big shovel, and she's got this tiny ass shovel. And before I even get
to her house, she's yelling
I'm
at
not
me.
even to the fucking road yet. And she's like, "You don't have to do that." And I was like, "I know, but I'm gonna." So,
Yeah.
and then I expected her to just fuck off, and she just kept going. So then it became a race for me to see how much snow I can push, how fast I can push it.
So the
this
old lady isn't
doesn't
doing
fucking
it.
kill herself. Jesus. And she's funny because she starts bitching about her daughters. Her daughters are supposed to come and do
Her
this.
daughter
for
and
her.
her granddaughter.
Yeah, that's right. Daughter and granddaughter, and her daughter had no one's gonna listen to this, whatever. So her daughter showed up and like did a quick path the one day, like a couple of days ago, and it was like the front of her house, and that was about it. Like didn't touch the driveway, and then
Well, she's an 80-year-old woman. She doesn't
doesn't
use
need
the
to be
driveway.
out there,
Why
yeah.
does it have to be perfectly cleaned?
I have no idea. So anyway, I pushed as many as I could. Listen to this. The old lady talk some shit about her family, which was nice. And she's sweet. I mean, she's an old bird. She's seen it all. And so yeah, I finished up and she said thank you. And I started to walk away and she said, "I'm just gonna do a round back." And I was like, "You know what, you old bitch, if you want to die fucking shoveling the snow, you can finish up with the little bit on your patio in the back." I wasn't gonna go to the back to do it because I want to be respectful, right? Like she's old. I'm gonna let her do what she's got to do.
doing her
but
shit. To let her
I
do
don't
her
want.
shit.
I don't want to be sitting there in our big.
What are you gonna do? Be like, "Oh, I'll go and do your back fucking, porch as well."
Yeah. So then, like, we have a big.
Especially when she doesn't need it done.
No, and that's what I mean. We have like a giant like bay window kind of thing in the front that we pretty much can see most of the neighborhood. And I don't want to be sitting there having our morning coffee with the kids and then have to explain why T's laying down in the fucking snowbank. She's just an old sickle now.
An old sickle.
But yeah, so that's kind of been what's going on. We're kind of leveled out to normal sort of November temperatures now with it being
Yeah, it's like
-2 or
yeah,
whatever.
like -2, -3.
So most of the roads. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is the problem with recording in the
I know, but what are you gonna do? We got to
I
put
know.
shows out.
I know.
But anyway, is it really almost 10?
PM?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get home till 8.
Jesus, Murphy. No
I know.
wonder I'm
We're going to
fucking
record
tired.
and get our fucking old asses to bed.
Sorry, guys. I hope we're entertaining with in between fucking yawns here, man. Next week we're recording during my days off. We have to during the day. We'll be much more lively then. Anyway, so yeah, when the big snowfall was coming, like you said, I was at work, so then I had
Yes.
to drive home in it.
Yes.
I don't know if I've talked much about my drive home from work here, but so my drive to work is a straight shot. So then coming home every day for the first week, I tried
you're
different
a
ways.
goober. You
No.
didn't do it right.
I don't. So whatever. So
Took me one time to figure it out.
you found the real one?
Yeah. I just didn't do it right.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. Technically, I found that way the first fucking time. I just
No,
couldn't
but-
find it. It was like, where's Waldo of Rose?
No, I knew. Yeah, but my first try, I was like, it's right there. Oh, shit, but I'm not on there. Oh, okay. Crap.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like the one time when I was going home, I'm like, okay, there's a sign down there saying where it is. So there's got to be a fucking road. And so I must have, because you can go all the way or you can get on to that one section at the very beginning when you're coming down 118.
Okay.
And so I think I didn't turn. I just followed that road because I ended up way the fuck in the suburbs.
Yeah, I don't know what you did.
And I was
but it
like,
a bad
that's
idea.
fucking stupid. So then I went back the other way. Either way. So it took me 2 weeks to find the right.
It wasn't that long.
And like Google Maps wouldn't tell me how to get the proper way back. It's like, no, take the fucking highway, take the ring road.
It was dumb.
So anyway, one day down
ring road, we don't have that.
It's a ringish road, like whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so then the one night I'm going home, I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to figure this out.
Fucking figure this out.
And sure as shit, I did. And it's a straight shot, but it's the weirdest fucking thing to get there. Like, because to get to work, it's like bop, bop, perfect.
You're there. Yep.
And then you have to.
What's really funny because it was taking you like 12 minutes to get to work and 28 minutes to get home.
Well, that's what I'm like, this is my life? Like, this is how it is supposed to be?
And it wasn't because of traffic.
No, it was because I couldn't figure out where the fuck I was. And then even when I did get on the fucking ringy road, I missed the one time I went on it. Some dickhead, what happened?
There's there used to be something drilled into this. The desk right here. It just took a chunk out of my elbow a little bit. We got to do something about that.
It's a desk biter.
Some fucking sandpaper or something.
Yeah. So then the one way I went
it's an elbow biter.
It was the first time we were getting snow, not the Snowmageddon.
Yes.
It was the first time we were getting snow and some fucking cunt sack cut me off. So I missed my turn off.
Yes.
So then once you miss that turn off, you have to go way the fuck out to the boonies.
Yep.
And then swing back around.
And you're screwed.
It was taking me fucking 2 to 3 times as long to get home.
Yep.
And then sure as shit, I figured it out and now life is good. So anyway, fast forward to Snowmageddon. So then I'm trying to make it home through the fucking Where's Waldo path.
And our car's so tiny.
Well, and I'm zipping through Narnia and I'm fucking, and like the drifts are the size of my car.
There's so magic is fucking mighty though, man.
Yeah, man. So it's a Micra. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's a tiny fucking car. It's really, really fun. But when
we've got fairly decent snow tires.
But when you got jackasses and Dodges with jacked up fucking, and they think they can go as fast as humanly possible, fucking running you off the road, like it's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm passing fucking SUVs, fucking overturned. There was a semi right at the fucking lights. It couldn't get up the hill. It was fucking sideways. Ridiculous. But what a Jesus. Like, and that's just what I mean.
What
like,
a Jesus.
And this fucking happens every goddamn winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time we get a fucking snow drop.
People forget all of a sudden what snow is. It's we had this for 8 months last year.
Exactly. We only had nice weather for 4 months.
That's and that's the thing. You'd swear that it was the opposite or even a more ridiculous, exaggerated fucking...
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Well, that's what I mean. And I don't get it. Like,
oh my God, seriously, you're gonna yawn?
Fuck, I can't help it. I'm trying hard not to. But anyway,
I know, it's just
so like, what was I trying to say? Yeah,
people
every time
don't realize what snow is.
Well, it's not that. It's like they forget to drive through the conditions.
Yeah.
If it's snowing and it's shitty out, you go slower.
Yeah.
You don't go faster, you dumb fucking twat. That's why we always
you're scared to be driving in the snow.
Oh, then stay the fuck home.
Don't be driving in the snow.
Fuck. Anyway, so it's a lot of snow here. Let me pull up my notes. I'm pretty sure
we live in the Great White North.
Snowmageddon was one of them.
Snowmageddon was one of them. Yeah, I think I hear our daughter screaming at the Xbox.
Okay.
I hope our listeners don't.
Probably not. I don't know. This old ass fucking house. You can hear everything.
You can, yeah. I texted her and asked her to keep it down, but
yeah, zip it up. Okay, so with Snowmageddon, we found ourselves having an infestation. Now we'll say that, but we're not sure. So what had happened is
what had happened was
we had found mouse droppings in our garage.
Only once the weather started getting cooler.
Yeah, before then nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
And then the weather started getting cooler, and then we found some droppings
because we have a smoker in our garage.
Right.
But there was no droppings in the summertime when we used it.
No, it was
at all. It was only
just
once,
as soon as it started getting cold.
It got snow.
Now, up until snow, we'd park outside.
Yes.
But we want to park in the garage because of the snow.
So then you don't you don't have to take an extra 15, 20 minutes cleaning off the car because sometimes it's not just, wiping off the snow. It's, 10 minutes of scraping off ice that's underneath the snow. And it can be fucking thick and it can take an extra 20 minutes sometimes to fucking clean off the car.
Yeah.
So with you working in the city now, you need that time to make sure you get to work and everything. You're not rushing on the roads.
Yeah.
So I like you to be able to park in the garage so you can just turn around, get it, and go.
And it's perfect. Like the day, so Snowmageddon, I was at work, and then and I was ill fucking prepared because we didn't
I told you that morning too. I was like,
yeah, you said it was going to snow.
More than a hoodie. It's going to snow today. It's going to snow like a bitch. And you were like, I
think I had the snow brush, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You had a snow brush.
Okay.
You didn't the very first time we got snow.
Yeah, because it had gotten taken out for groceries.
Yes.
But so anyway, so I had it, but I didn't. I was like, it'll be all right. But because sometimes when we get snow, it's like -2, like it's not cold, but there's snow. This was both.
Yes.
So it was
like -15 and lots of snow.
Yeah. So it took forever to clear off the fucking feet of snow. Mm-hmm. And then underneath of it was all ice. And then you had to wait for that to get going. So yeah, it's actually fucking really time saving to be able to just jump in my car and fucking drive away.
And your colleagues are always so jealous. You're like, you have a garage, don't you motherfucker?
Yeah, they can definitely tell when I pull up and their cars look like shit and Magic's just pristine.
Yep. I'm
like, yeah, that's right. But so anyway, so then we had some errands to run. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you want to get going on this one? Because I saw a side of you that I ain't never seen before.
That's what I said to your sister.
Yeah.
I said, I think I finally may have scared your brother away.
I had no fucking clue. Like, there was a split second I thought about Sean Connery slapping you just to bring you back. Like, rest in peace, Sean Connery. But, like...
She's hysterical.
She was in the hysterics. But, like... So anyway, so so parking in the garage and we went on our errands.
So, it wasn't errands. We had blood work in the morning and then a doctor's appointment, and there was some time in between, but not long enough that we wanted to go home, because it would have been like, go home, sit down for 15, 20 minutes, get all full of dog hair, and then go to the fucking, have to get rid of the dog hair and then go to the fucking doctors. So anyway, we were just like, fuck it, we'll run
like
to
the blood work and the doctors were like at the same place. So
they're literally in the same building.
Yeah, so it's
so we literally were like, fuck it, we'll get a coffee and tea at McDonald's. We had free ones even, and fucking let's sit and just, chit chat or whatever until we have to go into the doctor. Well, we've recently had, you brought home a head cold right before the Snowmageddon hit. You brought home a head cold. Yeah. And mine has hung on for quite some time because that's just who I am. And it's gone into my chest a little bit, and it's, it's led to needing more inhalers and all that other shit. But anyway.
Yeah, but knock on wood, like you've done way better than normal.
That's true. Like I didn't get ear infections. I didn't need antibiotics at all. It's just taken a really long time to get the fuck out of me. Like, because I still have a pretty shitty, like wheezy cough.
Anybody that knows us from Fifth Cast knows you usually go from
anybody who knows me.
Sickness.
Yeah. I go from 0 to I need medical attention. But yeah, I didn't get an ear infection this time. It didn't go to full bronchitis. I felt the one day that it was going to bronchitis.
Yeah, I got a little
and I was a little scared, but then the next day I was better. So it was like, holy shit.
So we get our coffees and stuff, and we're
sitting in the parking lot. We're chit chatting, but my nose is running, and I'm like, hey, we got a box of Kleenex in this car somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I opened the door because, I don't do well with my cramp fasciculation syndrome, turning and twisting, and extreme turning and twisting is a really bad idea for me, especially if my body's not already warmed up, if you will. So I got out of the car and went into the back seat rather than turning around to try and find it. So yeah, I got out of the car, looked down, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of it was at the foot of like on the ground.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell? It looks like somebody's like it was kind of tousled. There was pieces,
like the kids
little
kicked
pieces.
The fuck out of it,
and that's where my mind originally went. Oh, the kids they've been stomping on this box of Kleenex and now it's kind of shredded and like looks like it's been stepped on. So I bring the whole box into the front seat, sit down. I blow my nose with one of them, put it. Seriously, like I had a hair on my nose. Sorry. Set it
flashbacks.
Right. That's true. So yeah, I like discard it or whatever. And then a few minutes later, I slopped tea on my face. So I grabbed a couple more Kleenex and wiped my face with it. A couple minutes later, I blew my nose again. And before you knew it, I had like a little like mound of used Kleenex, if you will. And I just happened to notice something on the dash, like little black particles. Mm-hmm. So I used the wad, like my little wad of Kleenex, and picked them up. And right away I was like, please tell me those are just some sort of weird looking fibers and not what I think it is. And you were like, what is it? And I was like, it's mouse shit, isn't it? And you were like, what? And I was like, so then my mind
you were already well on the way of figuring it out. I had no idea what was going on. I
lost my shit.
Not until right now did I know where that came from. I thought you blew your nose and they were there. Yeah.
No, it was, I just noticed them on the dash right beside the box where I had been pulling out Kleenexes, and the one I used was like I pulled out, it was fine, but the next one I pulled out had a hole in it, and I was like, that's weird, it's got a hole in it, and I kind of chuckled and used it anyway because I'm a fucking idiot.
So what were the fibers?
Oh, it was mouse poop.
Yeah, it was
mouse poop. So then I start literally fucking screeching.
Yeah, you lost all of your senses.
I lost all of my shits because I had wiped my face with it. Not only had I blown my nose, but I got tea on my mouth and on my fucking chin, and I had wiped my fucking chin. And not that you wipe your chin when you fucking blow your nose, like not that it really fucking matters, but I had taken 2, 3, 4 of these tissues and wiped them on my fucking face.
These
like
mouse tissues.
Mouse shit tissues, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went fucking ballistic. You can explain more so.
You know what? I don't even know if I know how to explain. Like you and I have literally been through everything, and this caught me off guard because
you kept saying, "I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do."
No, but because you look like Straight Jacket. Like you were nuts. You were like, I wiped my face. I wiped my face. And like, I just thought she's broken. Like something inside of her brain has popped and I don't know what to do. And then my brain said, we don't know what to do. And then my mouth said, I don't know what to do. And then I don't know why I thought that would help.
I wanted to
but that's all.
Because I was like, fuck off, shut up. You don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
And like, you were grabbing my shoulder, like you were like something was pulling you out of the car. Like I
oh my God, I
didn't know what to do.
I wanted to rip my hair out of my own fucking head. I was losing my shit. I whipped my fucking vape pen on the floor.
And like we have like hand sanitizer, but it's spray. I almost maced you with it because I didn't know. I'm like, maybe if I spray it on her face, she'll feel better.
I ended up finding a napkin and spraying the napkin with it and then wiping my whole face down before we went into the doctor's office. So that made me feel a little bit better. I sanitized my face.
Yeah.
And then I took a big rip off my vape pen and tried to calm down and stop crying so we could go into the doctor's because it was time for our appointment.
Yeah, you definitely composed yourself well afterwards because I thought we were just going to go in and I'd be like, well, doc, that's the end, man. Wrap her up, put her in a fucking jacket, drop her off on the loony bin.
No more good.
No, she's been through everything, all her sicknesses, all her family shit. And you know what? Mickey Mouse taking his shit and her rubbing it on her face was what broke her.
I didn't rub the actual mouse shit on my face.
Yeah.
Just possibly soiled tissues.
Definitely soiled tissues.
Oh, really? You had to do that?
It's done. It's in the past. Said Rafiki.
Fucking hate you.
But oh man, I don't know. I
just my fucking life, just my luck.
I wish you know what it's one of those times I wish we would have had that GoPro rolling.
Oh yeah,
because I want to live it again. I don't want to live it again, but I want to see it again. You know, like that.
America's Funniest Home Videos. Is that still a thing?
I have no idea. I think it's just Fail Army now, but.
Can you win money? Can you get money from Fail Army? Yeah, no.
I was gonna say Tom Bergeron, but I didn't fucking Alfonso Rivera do it for a bit or something?
I think Alfonso took it over, because
he's still doing it.
He got too busy with Dancing with the Stars.
Wow.
Tom Bergeron. And you know what? I think Alfonso's doing that now too, actually. Is he just taking over Tom Bergeron roles?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. That was wild times because and like I've been through a few different like emergency kind of things where shit hits the fan, and I am pretty stone cold when stuff happens.
Yeah.
That I wasn't. Like when you see your significant other snap, I don't like, because there's no thinking of what to do. Like
as you clearly stated about 15 times in a 1.5 minute, because I only freaked out for 2-3 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I fucking like it was. No, I lost my ever loving fucking shit. Like I was crying. I was yelling. I fucking threw things. Like you said, I was grabbing at you. I fucking lost it. But it was only a couple minutes.
And you definitely gained your composure back.
And then
pretty
I fucking
quick.
Sucked it up.
But I don't
disinfected my face with Hanataza, and we went in the doctor's
because almost anytime anything ever happens, it's like my brain goes into like a Holodex of like, oh, we know what to do, like flipping through. Like
we've had this before. We know how to fix her.
No problem. I've seen this on. I can do this, and like, and this was the first time ever that my brain was just like. Nope.
No, we've never seen this before. You fuck.
Like, is the internet out, brain? What the fuck? Figure it out. But yeah, so that was a wild time. So originally when we found the couple of little turds in the garage, we were like, you know what? As long as they're not touching any of our shit or whatever, because we only found a couple and that was about it.
And like we cleaned out our smoker every time. Like,
yeah, like
so who cares? Whatever.
They could go ahead. They can
once
live in there.
Once it was in my car.
Yeah. Once
it
that
was
had
in
happened.
Magic, and it had soiled Magic and my face.
Yeah.
In such a way, then I was done.
Yeah. So immediately after the doctor's
death to all mice,
we went and we bought some traps.
No humane ways either. I don't give a fuck how they die.
Yeah. She said, set up a saw trap.
I have no fucking more love for them.
You see this slice of cheese?
But at the same time, I can't do it.
No.
Like I couldn't go get a trap that had a dead mouse in it and discard it or anything. I couldn't do it.
No, they are unfortunately cute, even though they're disease carrying.
Well, we've only caught rodents. One so far, which is weird.
Well, that's okay. So that's what I was getting to. So we bought some traps. So I've got traps in all the like normal spots. I even have a trap every night that I've been putting in the car. And so far, the overnight
with peanut butter, which is supposed to be their like favorite thing.
Yeah. So the first night I went in, I found one dead mouse.
Second night.
Was the second night? No, it was overnight.
Was just one night?
I set it up. The next morning I went out and he was gone. So I got rid of him. And now I'm starting to wonder if there were more or if it was just the one mouse.
I don't know how it could be just one mouse. Like, how could it be one?
That motherfucker had the life. Like, if he had just stayed out of our car,
I would have left him be.
He would have been chill. He would have had a
if
great.
If he just needed a warm place to hunker down for the winter, then I would have just let it be.
Yeah, you had a fucking palace out there in the garage.
All he had to do was stay away from me and my dogs, and that was it.
It's my papa dog. But yeah. So anyway, so then I haven't had anything since, and then we cooked jerky yesterday, or smoked jerky yesterday.
Yeah, I made jerky yesterday.
which was phenomenal. It's all gone.
It's gone. I can't
100%.
believe you and Logan just sat there and ate it all
God, it was so
yesterday
delicious.
evening. It was until it was, and then until I realized that there was like maybe an eighth of it left, and I was like, oh my God! And then you were like, oh yeah, we should stop eating that. And then you took the rest of it with you to work
Yeah, you told
and
me to.
shared it with your slimy fucking coworkers by the sound
Bitch,
of
you
it.
told me to.
I know.
Don't act like you all crazy on here. Every day you send me with something just to be like, yeah, show them what's up. And like, so every day.
I like to share things.
I'm not even talking about the sharing thing. I'm just talking about making people jealous because up until now, I haven't shared anything. They do, however, ask me every
I
lunch
know,
hour.
and I've
like,
asked you
what got
before if
today?"
you'd want me to send more stuff.
I do not want to share. Damn. Those motherfuckers lucky they got any jerky.
I was really surprised when you said you were sharing the jerky. I was like, oh, damn.
It's because I ate an eighth of it or a pound of it
last night.
the night before. So I was okay with sharing some today.
I guess. Yeah.
And all of them. Because I opened with a guy that I didn't expect to open with. And so it was cool to be able to work with him because he normally does nights. And we had to do a switcheroo. And so I thought I remember the first couple of days on my new shift that he had mentioned he was a vegan. So then I was like, hey, man, did you say you're vegan?
Is that as B?
B.
V.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
And so he was like, no, not really by choice. The roommate is. So I kind of, I'm like, okay, cool, man. So like, you like me? And he's like, yeah, I like me. I'm like, all right, cool. I got some jerky for you. So he had it and he was like, holy shit. Like this is homemade. And I'm like, yeah, my wife made it. He's like, that's cool. So then when A and B got in later, I gave them some. And like A is one of the ones that always asks me like, what did your wife make?
What you got?
Yeah, what'd your wife make today?
She's a little shit by the sounds of it.
Yeah. She loves you and she doesn't even know you.
I know.
Because even like today, so we got talking today about first of all, we were talking about the soup because I had soup today. And she's like, is that real soup or is it like, is it homemade or is it canned? And I was like, no, my girl kills it. Like it's homemade. And she's like, damn.
You should have been like, bitch, you think I'm the kind of man that has to eat canned fucking soup at work?
Yeah. But no, and then I showed her the jerky and she's like, Jesus Christ, your wife's amazing. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, if you would have
she
brought
is.
snickerdoodles too.
Look, yeah,
They would have lost
I showed you
lost their shit.
I showed you the snickerdoodles this morning right before you concussed yourself. So then I was like, I better just leave these here.
Yeah.
Because they were in my bag already.
Oh, really? The kids ate them today too?
Oh, those fuckers.
We can make more.
Yeah. So then later on.
Just wait till Christmas time when I send a whole bunch of shit. They're gonna love it.
Well, A and V won't be there. They'll be at the new store.
I'll send some for both stores.
How does that work? So I got to go to the other store?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah,
fuck
you're
you.
gonna have to go to the other store.
Now I'm in fucking taxi.
Either
bitch?
that or you can take it to your store and tell them, hey, I got
It's here
a
if you
special
want it.
delivery for you. Send someone down to get it.
Okay, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, so then we
It's
got
not that far away, is it?
I don't know.
Sorry.
No, I truly don't know because I work in Edmonton now and I don't know anything
You
about
don't know
it.
it, but and yeah,
So,
I guess that's true.
Like even today, somebody was asking me a question. I'm like, I'm not from here. And they kind of looked at me and laughed, and I'm like, I don't fucking live here, bro. Like, they're like, what is this? Some kind of fucking work release program? Like, what the fuck?
I live in the park.
Yeah.
Just and I come into Edmonton directly to my store, and then I leave Edmonton directly out.
Yeah, I'm like, I can tell you what is from here to Sherwood Park. So if the thing you're asking me ain't in that one
on
road,
my direct line,
if it's
to
not
and
on
from
my
work.
one road, no, I don't know. I don't even know what's to the right of me.
Exactly.
But
Anyway, we'll get it to them. I'm not
worried about that. But anyway, so then later on we got talking about because she mentioned something about witches and being witchy and that sort of thing.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then I got talking about how you like. I'm pretty sure there's witchcraft in you and the Datch and stuff like that. And I was like, all the time, like, I was like, me and my wife have been together forever. And it's gotten to the point where like, I'll think she'll say something, but she'll say it in her head and I'll hear it. And I don't know how that happens, but it does. And it happens a lot. Or sometimes I think stuff and you hear it, or we'll like try to do like messages to each other. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And like, I don't know if that's just because
you feel like a nut.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just,
I feel like
we've been together,
if we're in close proximity to each other, the closer we are to each other, like literally, the easier it is. And I don't know why, or if it's just something we need to practice. But I feel like if we're sitting right next to each other and I have a thought, you'll be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just like, or I'll say something out loud and you'll be like, I just fucking thought that.
Like, get out of my head, witch.
That's what most 90% of the time.
Yeah.
That's what happens. I'll say something out loud and you'll be like,
read my
okay,
thoughts or
you're
something.
reading, you're in my brain.
So anyway, so I mentioned that, and then A was like, oh my God, I love your wife and I've never met her. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. She's fucking awesome. But yeah, so you've already got kind of a reputation.
Oh, they're
around.
going to be so let down.
Why? Because I won't be there? Fuck them.
No, I meant by me.
Why? You don't be
I'm not
stupid.
really
Why?
that great.
You don't be all self-deprecating and horse shit. Jesus. Oh, she's in hysterics again.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so that's sorry, I'm just trying to remember where
You lost where you were.
Well, I'm trying to
Hey, we were talking about witchy things.
Well, really, we were talking about mice, I think.
Well,
is where this all started from. And that's where I was trying to pull it back to. I'm like, wait a minute, we've been on several
I thought we were
tangents here.
done with the mouse thing and we were on to your work stuff.
No, I think we ended up going through that way. I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah, because you started talking about your work,
Yeah,
your food.
either way, so you've got a reputation for the food that you're making. I would love to, if you have any, maybe bring edibles around. Just to
I've got some in the freezer right
kinda
now
see
that
how
are even
people-
sucker freezed and everything you can take.
Yeah, maybe I'll see if anybody wants to give one a try or something.
They're strong. Those ones, you'll have to warn them.
Good. Nah, fuck them. I'm not gonna warn nothing. I'm gonna tell them start slow. I'm gonna tell what the government said. Start slow and go, or no, what? Start low and go slow. Is
Yeah,
the
start
fucking
low
stupid
and
ass
go
thing.
slow.
So yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, I think we should give that a try and see if people dig those. Speaking of edibles, so this is kind of a weird segue. So bottom line is, guys, I sell pot, and but like legally,
legal weed.
So I work at a cannabis store now, and like always, I never talk directly about where I work or give anything away. But one of the things I want to talk about, okay, two of the things I want to talk about. Number one, I complain a lot about the packaging situation in Canadian cannabis. And I've done a couple successful TikTok videos about it. Recently, I've had one of my videos pulled down because it was against the guidelines of TikTok. And I went through the appeal process and they said, no, it's because I showed a joint. But really,
It wasn't even lit.
no, it could have
They're
been,
such cunts.
well, it could have been fake. It looked fake because the wrapping or the paper that was used to wrap it or whatever
It was so white.
it was weird looking. So anyway, and that's kind of what I went with. I was like, well, one, if it was real, it's legal in Canada and blah, blah, blah. And I've got a disclaimer on our fucking TikTok that says 18 and up and blah, blah, blah.
And, yeah. But in the States, it would be
21. So we should probably put 21 plus or whatever.
Most of I see
even then,
18 plus on all kinds of them.
I don't think any of that fucking matters because, so I said, I've got a disclaimer. I said the joint was fake. It wasn't, but I said it was fake. Yeah. And I said it's legal. It's not illegal. And even in the States, in most of the states now, it's legal. So what the fuck is your problem? And they were like, no. So whatever. So then I posted on Instagram because fuck them.
Yeah, because fuck them.
But it's weird because some of our most viewed or most liked or whatever are the cannabis related stuff. But it's so weird. Like it seems like there's a massive cannabis community on TikTok.
Yeah.
But we all have to be fucking weird about it.
We have to be sneaky.
We can talk about it. We just can't show the product. And if we want to smoke like while we're on live or whatever, we can show the exhale as far as I can tell.
Yes, but that's it.
But you can't show the inhale or any of that consumption or whatever. It's fucking insane. So whatever. So I'm slightly bitching about TikTok there. I'm bitching about the fucking waste of fucking packaging that needs to go. And it's not just AGLC, because some of the packaging is ridiculous. Like the one joint in particular.
Yeah, it's not just AGLC, because we've had people from Ontario and stuff comment that's the same exact packaging there.
Yeah, no, it's the LPs. And I don't understand why some of the LPs have like a tube that has all the information on it inside of a box that has all the information on it. That's doubled. You don't need that. You just need the fucking tube that says it or whatever. But anyway, so I'm kind of annoyed with that.
Yeah,
That's
and then
not getting
we've also
any better.
had the other extreme where it's like a joint thrown in an envelope.
Yeah.
And then it's fucking
Squashed.
squashed. And that one you showed a joint, and that one was
Don't
okay.
tell anybody.
Oh yeah, don't tell.
Yeah, like I don't know what the fucking situation is, but so anyway, I'm trying to get to a point on TikTok. The last thing I can find is it sounds like we need 2,000 followers to be able to go live, because I think once we're able to go live,
God, we're at like 280.
I know, but I've been hustling.
I've been
hustling. But anyway, so that's annoying. I'll post my weed stuff over on Instagram, because
Instagram fucking threw me a fucking loop today too.
Yeah, it's all fucking new.
I know, and I was like, how the fuck? Because I had notifications popping up. People are tagging me and stuff, and then I went into Instagram. I couldn't find where the fucking notifications were. It was freaking me out. I was like, what the fuck? I literally closed it twice, thinking that I was fucked up somehow.
I swear this morning
it wasn't loading right or something.
No, this morning I opened it. It was normal.
It was normal.
So
yes, it happened sometime. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it was the same. I'm like, how do I find my likes? Like, where the fuck is this?
I
shit?
closed it. I like hard closed Instagram, like, because I was like, what the fuck? It needs to reload. It's stupid. It's being dumb.
You're being dumb.
But it's because they added a new shopping part to it and all this other bullshit.
Yeah. So then the other part of the cannabis stuff that I think is insane is because we were talking about edibles. And
yes,
so
we were talking.
Their whole thing with edibles, they're so scared of the children and blah, blah, blah. So everything is only 10 milligrams, which most stoners, 10 milligrams isn't anything. But to a kid, it would probably fuck them up. So I get that. But at the same time, most of the people that come in, like I had a dude come in today and he bought 30 of them. So on each pack now, because with the new legislation, everything has to be broken down by dried cannabis. So like we can legally in Alberta hold 30 grams of dried cannabis on us. So we can't sell them more than 30 grams. So when you get a gummy, and a gummy's worth 0.2 grams of dried cannabis, you can fucking buy like 150 of them to reach that limit. So let's say you buy 150, which is completely legal, but you now have 1,500 milligrams of THC. Mm-hmm. So if you eat that, you're greening out for sure. But you won't even make it through.
I would, because the one girl that we follow on TikTok, she's actually in Calgary. She said she was doing tattoo prep, and she showed the packaging. Both were 1,000 milligrams. She did 2 of them. Cookies and cream, like it looked like cookies and cream candy bar.
Okay.
So she had 2 of them. So 2,000 milligrams. She whipped it with milk and made it like a milkshake. That was her tattoo prep. 2,000 milligrams of THC.
Okay, that chick has to be like
right,
insane.
Like I'm thinking like, holy shit! I want to message her and be like, where do you get these? I want to try them.
Well, those are definitely black or gray market.
Oh yeah, no, they're not legal.
No, that's the only way you can get that high. But still, like,
no, and her hand was covering the label.
Well, yes, of course.
Like what the name, the brand name or whatever. It was just you could only see the milligrams on it.
No, and that is smart because you bind it with the fat of the milkshake, and that's how it's going to get into you so quicker. But 2,000 milligrams is that doesn't make sense to my brain because
yeah, like I would be like nunites for so long. But
Blaine said he had 300 milligrams and he was sick for 2-3 days.
Maybe we should go back and watch that TikTok, make sure. But I'm pretty sure that's what it fucking was.
Maybe 200.
No, I'm telling you, man.
Fuck it then. Okay, but I'm not. Oh, here's the thing, honey. I'm not.
Hold on, I'm TikToking.
I'm not saying that that's not possible because it's tolerance, right? That person has built up that tolerance like a motherfucker. I think we would just go to bed for 6 days.
Right.
But
I should not have had my fucking sound is off on my phone, and yet it's still TikTok. It's tricky.
TikTok's a bitch. I hate that it starts right away. But yeah, I don't know. Fuck 2,000. That's so crazy. Like I couldn't imagine that. But yeah. So anyway, either way. So I guess if you're that chick, then no, you could eat 1,500 milligrams and it wouldn't put you down. But when you compare it, like 1,500 milligrams of gummy compared to 30 or 28 grams or 30 grams of dried cannabis, like you're not going to get that high on all that cannabis. You're going to go to sleep before you can smoke it all.
2 1,000 milligram bars.
What do you play? Yeah, is that Tech Nine?
That's the song she has on it. Again, my fucking thing is turned off. Why am I getting? There it is, right there at the very beginning.
Cookies and cream bar, 100 milligrams per bar.
Was it 100?
No, she went quick. It might have been 1,000.
It was 1,000. You can't restart.
You can pause them, can't you? When it starts, do that. We don't have to do that right now. Like nobody gives a shit that we're watching this. But anyway, so yeah, so edibles are a little different, but we get people all the time. So 1,000 milligrams per bar.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Anyway,
for experienced users only.
Clearly.
Fuck. I can't even believe it.
Right?
And this is how she prepares to go get a tattoo done?
That's what she said, tattoo prep.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, she got a tattoo done.
I thought she was a tattoo
she's
artist.
A nurse.
Wow, man. You just get blasted. Anyway. Yeah, so I've got people all the time that come in and they're like, well, I need like 300. And I'm like, man, we can't sell that right now because the AGLC is worried that our kids are going to eat that shit. And, man, I don't know. There's just so many weird, like little things to it, to the legislation that just doesn't make sense to me. Same with like the THC powder. Like you can get a powder and it's worth like nothing. But if you buy a ton of them, you could buy, I think you can buy an entire case, like straight from the manufacturer and it'd still be under your limit.
Jesus.
And they're
is it cheaper to buy?
And they're 10 mils each. So I don't know. That's crazy shit. But oh man, fuck! I need some edibles. So let's take a look. Oh, and then the last thing on the list, if you want to bring it up, I've called it the water crotch caper.
Oh, you dirty bitch!
I'm the dirty bitch.
Yes, because I had clothes on.
Okay, explain.
I don't remember what it was. You were, we were both showering. Like I had showered. I had gotten dressed already, whereas you had just gotten out of the shower. I don't remember why I flung water on you. You were being snarky or something. You did something to.
I was naked and brushing my teeth.
Yeah, you had just gotten out of the shower.
Yeah, I just finished up.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember, you came in to wash your hands or whatever, and then you just like threw a handful of water on my junk. Like, at least it was like kind of warm water, so it wasn't terrible. But still, I'm like,
oh, that's right. I remember now. I did it accidentally, and you gave me shit for it. So then I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Turned the water back on, got a fistful, and actually threw a fistful of water at your junk.
Yeah. So
I remember now.
So then what? So you thought you had the best of me. It's okay. So you thought you had the best of me. So then I retaliated.
So this fucking asshole chases me down, fucking grabs me and rubs his cock all over me. So then my pants are all wet.
Hey man, look, if you're gonna throw water on me and you have pants on, I'm gonna use those pants to dry my dick. So I was dry and you had wet pants after that.
Yeah, it wasn't fair.
And then what the fuck happened is I was. So then how did it all transpire? Because you were like, I'm going to tell everybody.
Because I don't remember, you said something and I was like, oh, I'm going to tell people. And you were like, yo, sure. And I was like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody. Because I think you didn't think I would like tell that on the podcast or something.
I have no idea. I can't remember what I said. If I was like, don't tell anyone or something, because I don't care. Like, it wouldn't.
No, I don't think it was.
Like, I'm going to tell everybody. And I was like, what the? I don't even care.
Maybe I just said that. I'm going to tell everybody.
I think you were just like announcing you were going to tell everybody. And,
you know what's funny? Sorry, side note. So, because I slit my throat right there for Halloween.
Yeah.
So, for people who don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe a little caveat to that.
Wow. So, that's usually my like Halloween costume. I slit my throat, with makeup and stuff, of course. But if you look on the carpet right there, there's like white dribblings from the stuff, and it kind of looks like jizz on the carpet.
Oh yeah, I've never noticed, but it definitely looks like
every now and then I see it and I'm like, the fuck, there's jizz on the carpet. No, that's the fucking the gelatin stuff from slitting my throat for Halloween.
That's perfect. I'm just gonna jizz all over the carpet now. You won't be able to tell the difference.
Do it up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
These carpets weren't clean before we moved in, and not gonna be fucking clean when we move out either.
Yeah, there you go. Covered in my jazz. But yeah, man. So that's this week. I got nothing else to really talk about. Oh, that's not true. You know what I should do? I should plug the sponsor. So we do have a network sponsor at Rat House. If you go to audibletrial.com/Rat Pro, that's RATTHAUS Pro, and sign up, you can get 1 month and one book.
One what?
And one book for free. You can get 1 month and one book for free. Again, that's audibletrial.com/Rat Pro. As well, I do want to send a special thanks to Tank House, Cynthia, for being our. Is that her name that
she wants to be known as?
I don't
Tank
know.
House.
We haven't really talked about it. So.
I would think just Tank House.
Yeah, just Tank House.
Well, I wonder where she got that from too.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
She's an odd duck.
But special thanks to our patrons. Yeah, you can head on over. We only have 3 tiers: $1, $3, and $5. So any little bit helps. Just think about it as instead of spending money on a coffee. Or like, for 3 cents a day, you can buy this podcast, like whatever. Like if you want extra shit, go over there. We do extra shit. You get everything sooner over there because we release there before we release to anybody else. So if you want to be ahead of the curve, as well as we do little things on the Lens, which is kind of like a story. It's like the story, but on Patreon. I
haven't done that in a few days.
Yeah. So we usually post some stuff over there. So there's always shit to go over there. So if you want to support us, help us, everything goes back into the company. We update. We just bought a ring light and stuff like that. So we're going to start using that. So it just helps us kind of get a little bit further. Anybody that's watching our YouTube channel, we are at, I think, like 94 subscribers. We're trying to get over that 100 subscribers. So if you're into that, there's definitely a link in the show notes to go check it out. Our werewolf video is still rocking and rolling. I'm hoping I would love to see it get over 3,000
views. Yeah, it's around 2,500 or so now.
Last time I checked, it was around 2,500.
Yeah.
Which is great. As well, I did Driving with Fear earlier today. I don't know when that'll come out, probably tomorrow or the next day. And I talked a little bit about that, and we've got some ideas for kind of a next segment to the series, I guess. It might end up being more of a series that we work on. But yeah, you can check all that stuff out.
Make sure series.
Yeah.
You didn't say werewolf. You just said the series.
The series. Well, the werewolf series. We've got some ideas, and we've got some holiday ideas that I don't know. We'll see if we'll be able to do it. COVID has really kind of fucked up everything and the ability to kind of do some of the things that we want to do. I was just hearing today that they've canceled Times Square's New Year's Eve. They're not doing that. Same as Boston. I guess Boston has a big New Year's Eve thing. All that shit is going to be broadcast live via the internet now.
Well, that's like, remember, we just do you say celebrate a Remembrance Day? It just kind of seems wrong, but we just, Remembrance Day just passed. There you go.
Yeah, the Remembrance Day ceremony.
So yeah, we always watch this, the live Ottawa feed. There were people there this year, even though they had requested people not to be there. They literally put out like statements on all social media and everything saying, please do not come for the Remembrance Day ceremonies this year, unfortunately, due to COVID-19, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, there were still some people there. Not nearly as many as there usually are, because it's usually flooded with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were a few people there still. So it was kind of nice to see some people there still, but
for sure,
it's kind of crazy.
No, absolutely. So things are kind of weird. So we'll see what we're able to do, but definitely go subscribe to the channel. And I hope you dig the stuff that we're doing, because we're going to do it even if you do. I don't know. That's what's going to happen. Shout out to Gordy Poutine, our boy. Thanks a lot for everything you do.
Thanks a lot, Gordy.
And everybody that's reached out, James LeBlond, all you guys that are still listening to the shows and reaching out. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. Especially in the world that we're in right now. Everything is chaos, so be kind. And we'll see you next week.
I don't know. I'm out.
You want to say you out, MDI?
I'm all done. See you later. Have a good time.
All right, love you guys. See ya.